Good afternoon. Politicians clashed over chaotic pro-Palestinian protests in Madrid yesterday that brought the Vuelta cycle event to a premature end, with the opposition accusing the leftist government of permitting an international embarrassment. And comments from the Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez brought an angry response from Israel. Demonstrators denouncing the participation of the Israeli Premier Tech team in one of cycling's major races overwhelmed police and invaded the course, following organisers to cut short the final stage. A spokesman for the government in Madrid said 100,000 people had taken part in the pro-Palestinian protests, adding that 2 people had been arrested. The unrest was the culmination of pro-Palestinian activism against Israel's war with Hamas in Gaza, with protests disrupting the 3-week race on several occasions. Several members of the government publicly supported the movement. Sanchez made his first public comments on the row yesterday, saying before the final stage that Spain today shines as an example and as a source of pride. The Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar called Sanchez and his government a disgrace, accusing Sanchez of encouraging the protesters to take to the streets. The opposition Popular Party, which runs the Madrid region, reacted furiously. The party leader, Alberto Núñez Feijóo, was scathing after the cycling event ended with police charging at protesters and firing tear gas. The government has allowed and induced the non-completion of the Vuelta and, in this way, an international embarrassment televised worldwide, he said. The PP head of the Madrid region, Isabel Díaz Ayuso, wrote Sanchez becomes directly responsible for any altercation that happens. What damage to our sport and our country. Meanwhile, the far-left Deputy Prime Minister, Yolanda Díaz, hailed Spanish society for giving a lesson to the world. China and the United States resumed trade talks in Madrid this morning, seeking to narrow differences on trade and technology that have strained relations between the world's 2 largest economies. Talks restarted at the Foreign Ministry a day after delegations opened the latest round of the discussions. The meetings are expected to continue through until Wednesday. The agenda includes 2 of the thorniest issues in the bilateral relationship: President Donald Trump's threat of steep tariffs on Chinese imports and Washington's demand that TikTok be sold to a non-Chinese owner or face a US ban by September 17th. Trade tensions escalated sharply earlier this year, with tit-for-tat tariffs reaching triple digits and snarling supply chains. The meetings could lay groundwork for a possible summit between Trump and Chinese leader Xi Jinping later this year. And Spain fought back from a 2-0 deficit to qualify for the Davis Cup Final 8 with a 3-2 win over Denmark in their qualifying tie yesterday. Spain and Belgium joined Argentina, Austria, France, Germany, the Czech Republic and defending champions Italy in the Final 8, which will take place in Bologna in November. That's the latest from TRE. I'm Bob James.